Hello, my beautiful friends. I'm Shannon. This is Lifestyle Manifesting. On my channel, I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. Every area of your life, manifest your dream life and design your life to be how you want it to be. I wanted to start talking about a call I had earlier with my client. During our coaching call, was telling me how 4 weeks ago she purchased the new course that I've created, Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept. This client has completely transformed her life. She started implementing all of the exercises that I have in that course, and she stayed consistent and persistent with everything that's outlined in that course. And like, she's completely killing it. She has totally transformed her life. So this week, so it didn't happen overnight, which is okay. But she was telling me today that it feels like it happened overnight. Because this week, over the weekend, actually it was like Sunday night. So earlier in the week, specific person completely showed up. Her man is completely obsessed with her. They've spent every day together this week. Okay, so the reason we had the phone call was because she's like, whoa, like he did show up as the new version of him, okay? So we needed to make sure she's staying on track, consistently doing what she's been doing and not reverting back to the old version of her who is like, whoa, this happened too fast. No, that's exactly what she wanted. So we helped her align with and stay in that vision of being the version of her with her specific person already in the ideal version, already in that perfect version that she wanted, that she's been affirming for. Okay, so guys, this can happen really quickly. It didn't happen for her overnight, but it's only been 4 weeks. Yesterday, her boss, she found out from her boss, she's got a 35% increase in her salary because she applied for that new promotion or the new position within her company, and they accepted her. So not only has she manifested a specific person coming in hot, totally hot and obsessed with her, exactly how she wanted, but she's got the job promotion just like she wanted. Okay, she didn't know that it was going to come from her job, but she was focusing on wanting more money and visualizing having a job with more flexibility, more responsibility, but yet more flexibility. So how she just got clear on that. She affirmed that and became the version of her, like seeing herself, embodying that version, not letting the 3D reality determine where her life was going. But it's like, you guys got to be concentrated in the mind of who you are. She did that by seeing herself as high value, right? When you see yourself as high value, you're showing the world how to treat you. So that was her self-concept, seeing herself as high value. Her identity of seeing herself as a high value person has brought her specific person into her life. Not only that, the job promotion with the 35% salary increase, which is amazing. I know she's gonna move on, and it's all gonna go exactly like she wants it to, because for 4 weeks she's been creating new habits and training herself to have new thoughts and not responding to the 3D reality, but rather observing the 3D reality to say, no, I don't want that. No, that's not like literally, you could tell the 3D reality, no, I don't choose this reality. And that's it. And now you put your focus and attention. Now, I know that she had determination in her mind. Okay, are you determined to get your specific person? Because that's going to help you really focus and have that vision of who you are. Okay, I mean, it's not necessarily about it was about her becoming the version of her to manifest a reality that reflects how she sees the new vision of herself. And she just consistently sees that vision. Now, she also said, because I like the direct feedback that I get from clients who are, whether they're taking my course or they're in my VIP group or in my free Facebook group, any of those, I want feedback because I want to help myself, obviously, too, but I want to help you guys. I want you guys to see this reality for yourself. So she did say as she started the course, it did feel difficult. Okay, she had to keep getting her mind back. She created a habit. She made a schedule for herself. And that's okay. That's great. That works for her. right? Make a schedule for yourself of how you're going to affirm or what you're going to do. If you're going to imagine, make a schedule to keep yourself on point. Put notes in your calendar that keep you on target with your, maybe alerts with your affirmations, so you're staying loyal to that vision. I'm just really excited about this because I think that was such a powerful conversation and a powerful story. And honestly, our call today, she felt a little, there's a worry and doubt. It's not like she's completely dissolved all worry and doubt. She was like, oh my God, it's all happening. Okay. I was like, okay, that's all good. This is all what you wanted. Like, we have to remind ourselves, yes, this is what I wanted. It's all working out. It's not going to, by the way, this is something that comes up with people, right? It's not going to be like, when is the other shoe going to hit the ground? Okay. Because those are old habits of thoughts. Stay on your vision because you could create the best reality. This is just so amazing. So I'm talking all about mastering your reality. What did she do? She went to the description and downloaded my course, and she stayed consistent and persisted with that vision. Okay. We have had some coaching calls in the past. We had a coaching call earlier today. And I could just see the difference in how she even views herself, right? So it's really powerful. You guys, what's really powerful is for you to get clear on who you are. Get clear on being that. You only have to assume that version of you right now. It feels so magical. You're only assuming that version. You're assuming. And guess what? As you assume who you are, the minute you plant those seeds, you have a harvest, okay? Maybe some of it's not visible yet. For her, it wasn't visible for 3.5 weeks. It was like 3.5 weeks before she had any evidence. But that whole entire time, she held firm to that vision, okay? And I think she's been on this journey for over a year. So I think she also came to the point where it was like she had just let go of any worry anymore. And she was just like, I'm doing this. This is it. I'm doing this, okay? So there is power within, like when we get to that point in our life where we feel like, you know what, I'm done. I've just decided this is going to happen. Okay. In a way, I think she also let go of like needing it to happen, but she just saw a bigger vision for herself. She kind of let go of it needing to be her specific person because she started thinking, yeah, there are millions of people out there who are potential like boyfriends, for her. But ultimately, the one that she wanted showed up. Okay, so mastering your reality is all about you. You're the creator. You look through your lens of reality. Don't look through other people's lens of reality. Even your parents, if they suggested something, okay, you could take some of that, as feedback in your reality to help guide you, and that's okay too. But it's through your lens and your vision and what you want, and create that conviction within that you get to have what you want, and you're going to allow yourself to have whatever you want in your reality. Yesterday in my VIP group, I had a topic about getting them to chase you. And one way you could get them to chase you is when you surround yourself in that feeling of like the feminine energy, right? Which is not, it doesn't have to do with men or women. Feminine energy just has to do with receiving, right? Being in the place of receiving. So see yourself as someone who's receiving in your reality, and that you just surrender. You surrender and allow yourself to have everything you want. Okay. I mean, again, you don't have to, this is just an idea. This is what I align with. I align with a reality where we find out we're the creative power, and life is easier than we ever knew it to be. Life is coming from us and through us into our world, from our imagination. All you need to do is start to get the reins of your mind and imagination and your focus and attention, and now you're just guiding yourself. So that client who manifested her SP in 3.5 weeks to be pretty obsessed with her, because he is like all over her right now. Okay, how did she do that? She just held firm to that vision. She kept imagining that's who she was. She imagined, what does that feel like? And she didn't even just necessarily imagine only him. She was like, what if I'm walking down the street and all these guys are like, ooh, baby, you look, not that they're catcalling, but like she just imagined that she's a head turner, okay? Completely shifted her identity and her self-concept, and her world is showing her that. You guys have the power to do that. All right, I'm gonna answer some questions. Cindy, how to manifest an SP to come back and always look for you? Oh, well, your reality is a reflection of you. Everything in your reality is an extension of you. All right, so think about, I want you to be thinking from your world and not their world. Like, I'm not saying you're definitely doing this, but sometimes we meet someone and we think, oh, our SP is so great, and we want them to come back and kind of choose us, or we want them to come back and always look at us. But so like, do you see that would be putting the importance really outside of you onto them? Instead, you bring all your thoughts back to you. You bring the vision back to yourself. All you have to do is see yourself as the high value person with your specific person. You imagine that they fall at your feet like worshiping you. I mean, in a fun way, right? Like, no, but that they love and they adore you, and you are the dream of their life. You're the dream partner. You're the dream girlfriend. You're the dream boyfriend. You're the dream relationship. That's how they see you. So you have to see yourself that way. When you see yourself that way in relationship to them, they will reflect that. Okay. I mean, you could also manifest that even if you don't deliberately create it in relationship to them. You see yourself as highly valuable, not putting the focus and attention on their life being valuable and more important, but you just simply shift it to yourself. This is fun, you guys. Isn't it fun to put more attention on yourself? All right, so that's how you manifest a specific person to come back. So your whole life is created by the story. You have an internal dialogue happening, or monologue dialogue. You're having conversations in your head throughout the day. You're having thoughts in your mind throughout the day. All you need to do is align those thoughts with your specific person being in your life. So those thoughts would be something like, I've caught his, like you're saying this, I've caught his eye. I'm the one he sees living, like growing old together and retiring on the beach, or I'm the one, right? You look at yourself and think, I'm the one that's special. I'm the one that's unique. I am a masterpiece. I'm like a work of art. I'm the most valuable. The affirmation itself, the way that I teach, is it's not really important what the affirmation is, because I don't want you to be wondering, is this one okay, or is that one okay, or what should I say? You say what feels good to you. All you have to do is say really how you want it to be. Like you're describing and painting the picture in your mind of how you want it to be. You want him to always have an eye for you, then that's what you say in your head. He always has his eye for me. Okay. I like to also add the action step on. What does that look like from your perspective? How does that make you feel? Okay, I'll make it a little bit deeper. Okay, because we will see reflection in the world, reflecting. Other people will show us that that's happening, but you want to have the experience. You want to have it as an experience for you and through you. That you're experiencing it. Not that you're watching an experience in your reality. I'm sure you see that happen. I've kind of been really observing that to see how I'm creating that, right? In the past, when I affirm things and I didn't experience it, but I saw it in my reality, okay? So that's why I did practice more going from that place of like really feeling that I was experiencing that. Not that I'm just seeing it and I'm witnessing it. Okay, user 432, how to manifest money. Manifesting money is easier than you think, and that could just make that your belief. It's easier than I think. What's your belief around money? What's really powerful is if you first start to get an understanding of what your own belief is around money. Do you believe that you have to work hard to make money? What are your beliefs? So sit down with a piece of paper. And these exercises are powerful. Even my course, I have you sit down and write it out, because you want to purge those old thoughts and beliefs and get it on paper and let it go and rise to the surface. So then you're really like starting with a clean slate and reprogramming yourself with the new beliefs. So first step, write down what are your beliefs about money right now. Okay, all those beliefs that are limiting, they're not true. So you're going to look at those and read those, and then you'll realize, read them over to yourself and say, none of these are true. This is not true. And then you start writing out, or you don't even have to write, just let that go. And now focus on, money really doesn't come from this earth. It's coming from infinite resources. And when you know that, you're going to see that reality. There are infinite resources. There's infinite amounts of abundance in this reality. Okay, so you want to have an abundance mindset, prosperity mindset. You're focusing on the abundance and prosperity in life. Even if you just start imagining the car you want to buy, the house you want to buy, you're painting a picture of living in that house you want. What do you want to buy with the money? That's powerful. You can also, I have manifested money. I manifested exactly $100,000 by writing it out and scripting it. Exactly the amount I wanted. Okay. It was a little bit over that, but it was like, that's what I wrote down. So you can know the exact amount and you can manifest an exact amount. You can focus on the money, that's fine. But also, other ways you could do that is, what do you want to buy with the money? Because you want to embody and feel like, what does that feel like to have? Oh my God, imagine you walk in your closet and you have the clothes that you want to wear, and every outfit in there looks so nice and you love it, and you're like, oh, I love that outfit, and I love that shirt, and I love these shoes, right? What does that look like? Or what does that look like if you could go to a restaurant and give the waiter like a huge generous tip that's like 100%, and it just felt really like, it felt loving and kind to give that, right? So there are many ways that you can imagine having that extra money. Now, also, what are you saying about money? So maybe you need to also create new affirmations around money. For every dollar I spend, I get $1,000 back. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Opportunities, because opportunities create money. So opportunities are always coming to me. You might have someone come up to you and say, hey, I have an opportunity. Okay. And it's an investment that makes a lot of money for you. Jasmine, are you actually changing something in your 3D or just in your mind? Here, you're just changing your perception in your mind, and then the 3D reality rearranges to match what you've changed in your mind of how you see reality. All right, so you're changing it in your mind, but we are moving through life. So as soon as you plant the seed of whatever your desire is, you create an imaginal scene, or you're saying affirmations. As soon as you're doing that, you've already planted the seed for your harvest to grow. Just like we plant a seed, if someone planted a seed for corn, it's going to grow corn. What are your thoughts? If you're planting a seed of being in a relationship, okay, you will manifest a relationship. But are you planting it? But then see, you got to be self-aware. There's the awareness of self. Because if you plant the seed for the relationship, and then you're also planting seeds of doubt and worry or insecurities, all of those seeds are planted and all of them must sprout. You could manifest a relationship where it's really wobbly because you're not on point with how you see the version of you. If you're with your I'm not saying, as an example, insecurities. Okay. Your imagination, I know, right? This is so cool. But it's your imagination that's creating your reality. Manifesting with Nettie. Shannon, have you received everything you've manifested? Well, you know what? Everything I wrote down, I manifest everything I wrote down, and they were all big things, I manifested within a year. Okay, now at that time, my idea of what I wanted was kind of more limited versus now in my own mind, I've expanded and grown to the things that I perceive that I do want now, experiences I want, okay? Do I have desires on my list that are already planted? Yes. So I'm expecting. My belief is there. I know I'm the creator, and I'm expecting that I receive, like, living a good life. Okay. In some areas of my life, I'm really powerful and I manifest instantly. And in other areas, I'm getting better and better at it. So I just see, right, we want to think about, like, how are you perceiving your reality? I'm getting better at this. I can do this. I also feel like I've created, here's what happens sometimes. I've created this really fulfilling, happy place within me. It feels loving, it feels fulfilling, it feels caring. And really, when you cultivate and you're having that experience within, sometimes you're not even needing it in the exterior world. And when I have extra money, I mean, that extra money, it's like I'm just throwing the money at my kids. I'm like, here, let's go do this, let's go do that. Or I'm doing something for my mom, or I'm doing something, so we're all perceiving reality a little bit differently. I also don't feel like I need to have, there's a perception like I got to have the bank filled with money. I don't have that perception. I know that as I walk through life, all my needs are fulfilled. I know that, like, I have so many examples of, like, whenever I went somewhere and I needed something and the person next to me is like, hey, I have this, would that work? Yes. So my affirmation a couple of years ago was, as I walk through life, all my needs are satisfied, okay? I think I got that term from someone who read a portion of the Bible. It was like the way that Jesus walked through the world was like, right, because that creative power is within us. That creative power of immediate healing is within us. All of the power is within us, okay? And the way that Jesus walked through the world was like, as he walked through the world, all his needs were met. Okay, so you could affirm, I mean, there's no right or wrong. You want to have a big pile of money in the bank, you could do that too. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't have, I have manifested a lot of money. I have manifested things before I was even, a lot of money before I was even a manifestation coach. That's how I got into this, because I could see that I was creating my reality from how I perceived reality. And I was like, people got to know this. Nobody knows this. I mean, people are more and more waking up to this, but I was teaching people in my own, like my colleagues at work, I was telling them how to get more business. I was like telling and showing people how to help perceive their children, and I'm not saying my way is the only way, but it's working. It's working. And I can see beyond the veil of the 3D reality, and I understand more power in the unseen reality. And I discipline myself to be persistent and have the vision connecting with that infinite, the God source within us. So I like to, I want everyone to know that life is easier, and that not even that, it's really who we truly are, like who we are innately, like who we are infinitely. That's really the bigger part of this, is who are you infinitely? Okay, Laura, you don't want to get into a spiral. I realize that sometimes SP said something I don't like about the third party, and I affirm what I want, but old story comes to your mind. What can I do? I mean, this is about a disciplined mind. The old story comes to mind. You have to learn to detach emotionally from the whole story and look at it from a bigger picture, from a higher version of you, rather than this like lower self that just sees 3D reality as hard and solid. Okay, so you say to yourself, it's an old story playing out. This is all okay. Okay, even if you're kind of, putting attention on it and saying it's okay, it's not like you're saying it's okay and it's staying in your reality. You're saying it's okay You're saying it's okay, and you're moving and choosing a new reality. And if you're feeling okay, remember how we're feeling within and the sum total of who we are, the inner world manifests out. So if within we feel like this is okay, you're going to match a reality that's showing you evidence and experiences that feel okay. You know what okay is. But if you're feeling like you're spiraling because you see the third party, so you got to get control of that emotion. Okay, because if you're dwelling in that state, it's just going to bring you more of that. And you don't want to do that. Okay, I know. Believe me, I know. And sometimes we do, for people, this is a process, and that's okay if it's a process. Some of you you've already gone through the process, and you're at a place where it feels more instant, and it feels more quick, and it feels more easy, and it feels more effortless. If you're at kind of a stage where it feels like it's a little more of a process and you're emotionally attached to the circumstance and the situation and the specific person, just know that this will pass, and you're getting stronger and you're getting better. And every time you do spiral, guess what? It actually helps you realize your power, because your awareness and connecting the thoughts that you're thinking and what's happening is helping you understand even more your own power. Okay, it's not like, even in my own journey, I had situations where I was manifesting, it was going better, it was all good. I'm like, this is perfect, I feel great. And then how did that happen? Right? Something just, like everything felt like it fell apart. Okay, even I fell apart. And I thought, how is this happening? Okay, and I really, that manifestation didn't work out. But what happened was, that was several years ago, 3 years ago, what happened was I started realizing, and not right away, but late, like a few days, weeks, as I observed, right? As I was no longer emotionally involved in that whole, dynamic of what was happening in the 3D, then I was coming to a place of like, oh yeah, I could see, right? I had light bulbs going off. I had realizations, and I could see how I created that whole situation to play out. All of that happening helped me grow in my understanding. So no matter what, you're always on the right path. It's helping you grow and understand. I don't even have those kind of situations happen in my life, and I can't even imagine that that's possible, because I already perceive reality differently, that's not even possible. I want a guy I've never met or talked to, but they have a girlfriend. How should I go about this? Remember, all of creation exists, right? All of creation exists. Everything's existing right now. So the version of you right now is in a reality where the person that you like is not even available. They're with someone else. You don't want that reality. So think about that. You're shifting into a new reality. You want to shift. There is a reality existing right now where you are with this guy. You're with this guy right now in a relationship. The fact that you have the thought means it already exists, because all of creation exists. All of energy is existing. Everything is existing right now. Okay. So getting an understanding of seeing reality differently is really helpful for you to align to the version of you in that reality with the person, with the guy. What does that look like? Now you start being the person who's with that guy right now. In your mind, you're with that guy. You're not focusing in this picture. That girl lives in another city and has a husband. Okay, the girlfriend has a husband in another country. So, because there's infinite versions. So whatever version you want, but you're not focusing on her whatsoever, ever. I mean, okay, so you see it and you just say, that's not the reality that I want to be in. You need to be focusing and giving your attention and focus on who you are in a relationship with this guy. What does that look like? How do you feel? What do you see? Okay, imagine, you could take an imaginal scene that you and he are together, and it's the best, right? It's like, it's so fun, it's so romantic, it's easy to talk to, you're emotionally available, you're sharing your dreams and thoughts and feelings. The love is so deep, it feels like a deep connection. That's what you could focus on, just saying that. You could say that, you could imagine it. You can imagine that you're together, right? Out to dinner or at home. Okay, and once you do that, once you create the imaginal scene, you plant the seed, it's already growing to harvest. Okay, so now what do you do in the meantime? Okay, because it could manifest tonight. You could run into him tonight you could go to the store and he could be there. And he could just start talking to you. You've never met him, but he could start talking to you and say, hey, and then he could mention that he's single, because what if they broke up? Because you're aligning with the reality where he's not with someone. Okay? Once you plant the seed, it's planted. It's already, the harvest is growing. Your seed is growing. The reason that people may not have their manifestation right away is because the worry sets in and the doubt sets in, or the insecurity sets in, or wondering what's happening is setting in. Okay? Remember, it's coming from you and you planted it. And if you're the creator, okay, another way to look at it is like you're the potter. That's like this from the Bible, right? The potter is the person who molds the clay. The potter, you're molding the clay of your life. Now mold the version of him in the reality that you are together. So it's coming from you. It has to manifest as long as you stay loyal to your vision. That's how you do that. There is so much power in not focusing on him especially, but focus more on you and how you feel. Because sometimes if we're focused outside of ourselves, or maybe not even sometimes, many times, we're focused on the exterior as if that thing out there, where's this way? That thing out there is gonna make me happy, okay? But it's really within. So as I was saying earlier in this video, I mean, things I had desire for, in some way, I already feel fulfilled. I'm not saying that you're going to drop all your desires, because I do see a beautiful reality that's where I'm here to experience and flourish and grow and evolve and all that. But in some way, I'm so fulfilled within. It's creating that within. So think about it from that perspective. That not that you're needing everything out there to fulfill you, but you create fulfillment within, and now the beautiful mirror of reality is going to just like deliver to you that fulfillment that you have within. You have fulfillment within, it's delivered to you. I can't tell you how my days feel so magical. It's like, I mean, last night I'm driving home at 11 o'clock. I had a car filled with kids. We had such a great day, so much fun. I feel like I was kind of sitting there in the car like little kids, right? And I had 7 kids with me, and I go, let's go and let's stop in the store and let's get all the delicious candy that we could, not all of it, but whatever. We picked out some fun things. And we went to the park and had such a great time and came home so late, but I felt like a kid and I had so much fun, and that was a fulfilling experience. I'm having days like that all the time. That feels fulfilling for me. Okay. I do have other things. I love to travel. I travel. I'm going to the Dominican, can I talk? I'm going to Punta Cana next week, Dominican Republic. Next Wednesday, I think. What is today? Yeah. So I do travel a lot. I travel a lot. In the last few years since I woke up, I probably travel even through COVID. I was traveling every other month to great places like India, Colombia, Portugal. I'm all over the world. I mean, I'm not all over the world, but I'm traveling. These were all the things on my bucket list, right? I made a life list. I got clear on things I like to do. I want to learn new things. I want to connect easily with people. I want to have fun in life. Okay, so remember, fulfillment, you're creating and cultivating the fulfillment within. It's not just about manifesting this one person to be in your life. I mean, my teaching is you're manifesting your whole reality. If your flowers are all dying in the backyard, you can create a reality where you're really good at that. Flowers just blossom and grow and they flourish. But it's everything. Like, do you get that? Okay. I'm actually looking outside at I have tomato plants outside that are looking beautiful. All right. Morgan, I wake up feeling so anxious. Any tips for the morning? Yes, I want you to start the night before as you go to bed. Okay, Morgan? And thank you for following. I see you're a new follower. I have a free Facebook group if you want help. Go to the link in my bio or the link. Click on the link and you can join my free Facebook group. I have if you want to work with me one-on-one, any of you, I have that available for those who want that extra help. Now, start the night before. You set an intention as you fall asleep, okay? Will this change overnight? It's possible, but you need to be persistent and you need to create a new habit of thought. If you're creating new thoughts, a new thought pattern, you will create a new habit that will feel good and will change your life. So as you fall asleep, say things to yourself like, I intend to sleep really well. My body, focus on how you want to feel when you wake up. You want to feel rested. So instead of focusing on anxious and I feel anxious, sometimes we acknowledge how we acknowledge it, like I'm feeling anxious and I don't like this feeling and I'm feeling this way. Okay. Let's just see what happens if you can just shift that a little bit. And as you fall asleep, you're thinking about being relaxed. I want to feel relaxed and I want to fall asleep and I want to have really good dreams and I want my body to heal through the night, right? I want my body, my cells to regenerate, my body to be in its power. I want to feel really good when I wake up. I intend to feel better. Okay, maybe it doesn't sound good to say that. If that's not aligning with you, just say, I want to feel better. I hope I feel okay. I want to wake up being excited. I personally had a progression where I did wake up like that, right? And you just have to persist. You have to persist and it's a choice. And you have to make a new habit of thought. All right. Before the night before, if you already have plans for the week, what can you do every day this week to make you happy? So maybe in your calendar, pull out an old school calendar and start writing for this week. Every single day, just do one thing, whether it's for 5 minutes, that'll make you feel good. So even if it's, brushing our skin before a shower and just taking the time to love our body, brush our skin and help our system, blood move through our system, right? Or whether it's going to get a mani-pedi or going to do something nice for yourself or going for a walk, every single day, make a decision you're going to do something that you like that will help you feel better. Watch a funny video or a comedy for, a part of the day, not part of the day, but like sometime in the day. All right. So you have to kind of plan out, you have to create a new blueprint of what the day in the week is going to look like. Start creating a new blueprint. Because remember, our reality, whatever you focus on expands and grows. Okay. You probably heard that all through law of attraction and mainstream manifesting, but it is a powerful concept because it is true. It's like whatever we're focusing on is what we're experiencing. So, and it's expanding. And if you focus on happiness, fulfillment, feeling calm, feeling relaxed, feeling good, feeling okay, feeling satisfied, whether you say I am or I intend to be, you will become that as long as you keep focusing on that. So you're doing that the night before and you wake up and put on a good song. Something that a couple years ago, I would get up with my kids, we put on a song, we're jumping on the bed and we start the day just having a good old time. All right, so get on your bed and jump on your bed and put on a new song, and it's okay to fake it till you make it to help get you there, okay? All right, yeah, I was trying to think if I have a lot of ideas, but I know I have other questions here. I've got to leave pretty soon. Light by Lisa. I manifested contact, us getting back together, and now we live together, all thanks to you. Oh my God, that's amazing. After no contact. You guys, listen to this. I'm so excited for you. Isn't that exciting? Okay, manifested contact, getting back together, live together from no contact. You guys create that see, it's powerful to focus on success stories, right? When someone has a success, don't have the mindset of why do they have it and I don't. That's lack mindset. That's victim mentality. You got to get out of that mentality if that's you. Instead, you feel grateful, like, yes, the world is showing me that other people are having their dreams come true and they're having a great life, and that's showing you what you're supposed to have. All right? So make sure you're creating that kind of meaning. Look at success stories and say, this is supposed to be me. This is my reality. My reality is showing me what I'm like, the life that's available to me. I love that. Okay, so you said yoga, meditation fixes that 100%. Or, oh, sorry, no, that was for Morgan. Oh, about waking up. Yes, I'm glad you brought up yoga and meditation. Meditation also, Morgan. Meditation is powerful. In my YouTube, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it. I have a playlist of affirmations that could help you. It's all about self-concept, seeing yourself as the version of you who feels chosen and feels loved, the version of you who I have the God state meditation where you're the creator and you could create what you want. I have several meditations that can help you. Yoga, I mean, I love yoga. So yoga is powerful because it really helps you be present and mindful. And here's what happens. The reason we have anxiety is because you're remembering some story from the past, or you're thinking about a future and feeling nervous about, the unknown of the future. Instead of thinking about the past and the future, you stay in the present moment. In the present moment, we create our future. If in the present moment you could create mindfulness and feeling connected to your body, you will see evidence in your reality that it's getting better. You'll see evidence that shows you your connection to yourself. 4:30. I want SP, but was feeling today like I really don't care and I don't want to think about him. Like I don't care if he comes back, but I want him to. Why is this? You're most likely releasing that need to have him make your life be better. You don't need him to make your life be better. He could be a cherry on top, but it's your life. Okay, so this is all a good thing. Now, continue. You're doing great. I see you here in my live a lot, or whenever we align to being on right the same time. So you're doing amazing. Just continue to stay in that mindset of like, it's your life. You're the main character. What do you want your life to be? Be that person right now. There is no future. There's only the now. Don't think one day. Okay, that's that whole idea of in the future. When I get the job I want, when I finish school, I'll be happy. When I lose the weight, when I get in the relationship, I'll be happy. Stop doing that. It's only right here, right now, the present moment. What are you going to do right now for you enjoying life, for you feeling fulfilled? All right, so it's all good. It's all good. Now, so don't put the focus on him. You're putting focus on you. You're the high value. It's your reality. Everything, allow your reality to deliver everything to you. Allow your reality to deliver all your desires to you. There's so much power in making a life list, or go to Pinterest, or Pinterest is powerful. Go to Pinterest and start looking at photos and pictures of things you'd want to do in your life. You could find pictures of, if you wanted to recreate your body, you could put that and have it as inspiration, right? It's making that inspiration. Or maybe you want to make a vision board. Those are powerful too. Make a vision board of those things that you want to have in your life, like the experiences and things you want out of life, because you make a vision board, put it in your bathroom, so when you wake up in the morning and you go and look at it, or put it on the door before you leave, you're always looking at it and you see the vision of how you want your life to be. I've seen stories of even multi-millionaire billionaires they were cleaning out. There was this one story of this guy who had a vision board And he was saying as he cleared out his office, they found the picture of what he had, the house that he wanted, and the house he currently lived in at that time was exactly the one on his vision board. It looked like it exactly. Okay, that's how lucid reality is. Put the picture of the dream house on your vision board, or on Pinterest, or in your phone, or some sort of mind map on your, there's apps for that on your phone. Now start thinking, what is the vision that you want for your life? Stop focusing on what you don't like and what you don't want and what happened to you. Instead, start making the dream life. Okay, and that dream life, by the way, can include him. Imagine, what you're doing, and imagine that, of course, he's head over heels for you. If that's, if you still want that. You could also manifest new love. You don't have to be bound to one person. There are infinite versions of him, her, and every single person in this world. You get to choose who you want. How to stop worrying about taking our manifestation about, how to stop worrying about to be taken our manifestation from us when we get that manifestation. Okay, yeah, I was talking about that when I started this live. I was sharing, for those of you who weren't here, I'm going to share it a little more again. I had a call earlier today with my client. 4 weeks ago, she purchased my course, Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept. So she purchased that course. It took her 3.5 weeks, okay? So she wasn't having movement in the beginning. After 3.5 weeks of implementing, she's totally killing it. SP is completely obsessed with her, has shown up wanting to spend like literally every single moment with her since Sunday. What's today? Thursday. So every day, okay? And so we had a coaching session today. She's filling me in on how she persisted, saw that version of her with her desire. But the topic that you're asking came up. She's like, whoa, it all happened and it's all here. It feels like a whirlwind just in a few days. And she has all this, yesterday at her company, she got a promotion and she got a 35% raise in her salary. That's huge. Okay, so all of this is manifesting because she started identifying herself as the version who has her desires. That means, for her, she was identifying herself as high value in her company, high value with people in her world, with her specific person. It's all here. Now we have a call today because she's like, how am I going to keep it going, right? She's like, it's all here. I was like, just keep it going just like you've been doing it, right? Because her perception was like, when's the other shoe going to drop? Like, when's this going to fall apart? Because that happened in the past. Okay, we want to keep our manifestations. We want to keep the dream life. You're supposed to have that. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, you remind yourself you're the creator. You have creative power. Even if tomorrow it felt like it's falling apart, you simply shift yourself back to that place. If you're consistently practicing doing that, it's going to feel easier and easier and easier to get to that place. Okay, so I know it's a mental discipline, but here's what you tell yourself. I'm really good at disciplining my mind. I'm really good at being focused on my reality and my desire. I get everything I want. I came here to live a good life. I was born, it's my birthright to have love, to have abundance, to have all of these desires, right? So you have to have the thoughts of the version of you who knows it's gonna be all okay. Align with that version of you who's infinite, that like your consciousness is infinite. Your awareness, align, listen, meditation, go within and listen. Don't listen to the outside world, listen within. Listen to the power that you have within, because you have the power to create. And it's not a big deal if everything dropped tomorrow. Guess what? In my reality, that's not a big deal. It's not going to happen, but that's not a big deal because I already know, like, I could just snap my fingers and recreate it. That's your power. You don't want to be someone who achieves your goals and feeling worried you're going to lose it, that you don't, because you already have the skills within to recreate it. That's your power. Your power is knowing it's okay if you lost it. And guess what? That releases your resistance. That releases all the worry and the doubt and the fear. Oh no, what if I lose it? So what if you lose it? You just recreate it. And what if you recreate it even bigger and even better? Okay, and what if you recreate it even faster? And what if now you have new dreams and goals and new inspirations and you're like, oh, wow, and now you're inspired to even something bigger and something more within you. Okay, so you got to change your perspective. Don't worry about it. So what if it, okay, I'm not saying so what if it falls apart because it's going to. I'm saying that's an attitude that's going to help you not worry about it, because you're going to know infinitely the infinite source of your supply is infinity, or your God self. You have infinite supply. There's infinite supply of love. There's infinite supply of specific people in the world. There's infinite versions of your specific person. There's infinite versions of you. Do you see the infinity? My vacuum is going off. Okay, so that's how you stop worrying about manifestation dropping the ball, or other shoe dropping. Okay, because you're not worried about it, because it's not even a big deal, because you are the creator, and all you have to do is mold the clay of the world that you want to have. That's your power. That's powerful. That's a powerful understanding and knowing, because you're not going to feel so high strung and worried about those things. It's all going to be okay. Okay, so how do you do that? You soothe yourself and you affirm that kind of reality, and you say, that is okay. You know what? I've done it once. I can do it again, and I'm powerful, and I'm figuring this out. And yeah, maybe what if I get something even bigger and even better? Okay, so you're not focused on worried. You're focused on dream life getting bigger, bigger, bigger. I mean, dream life is only what we can perceive in our imagination and what we see from the 3D reality. But there's even beyond our imagination, within our imagination, that's not even present, right? Right? All of the unseen reality that we haven't even imagined yet. But what if we get to a place in a few days where we have new thoughts because we're thinking bigger and expanding more, right? Okay, guys, I love you all. Thanks for all the new people who joined and following me. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. If you need additional help, I have one-on-one coaching available. I have text message coaching. I have my new course available. I'm having so many success stories come in with that. You can do the work on your own and consistently work on that. See yourself as a new version of you. If you want free help, I have my free Facebook group. The link's in my bio. I have a VIP group if you want that kind of motivation and inspiration, and you want a community that shows you your power. I go live in that group all the time. I go live between 4 and 5 days a week. I go live with a Q&A. I do live rampages of different topics, and then I go live with workshops 3 times a week with all different topics. Circumstances don't matter, how to be pursued and chased, how not to be second to your specific person, but to be the priority. So quantum jump into your new reality and see reality in a new vision. Okay, I want you guys, let your mind intend that your mind is open and broad and perceiving in a new way, because you will start to see that bigger picture. Okay, love you all. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later. Bye.